Obviously, we are raising children in a time and in a season that is very different from when we were raised as children. I'm going to say that again. We are parents in a time and a season very different from when we were parented. What does that tell us? We cannot exactly raise our children the same way we were raised and expect to get the exact same result our parents got. We're in a different time and a different season entirely. And we need to know what exactly we should be doing. I love the men of Issachar referred to in First Chronicles chapter 12. These men had skill to understand the times and the season. They didn't just stop there, but they knew exactly what the people of their nation ought to do. We need to do things differently. If you're parenting any child born from 2010 upward, then you're parenting a Gen Alpha. These people are the true digital natives. These people don't know that there was a time, they don't have that experience, that there was a time without smartphones, smart TVs, internet connection. They don't know that one. They were born swiping screens. They were born into the world of the internet. They were born having schools online. In fact, these are the children that they will pick up your own device and the things they will do with it, you'll be wondering, how did you get that done? Then before you know it, you're needing their help to operate your own device. These ones are the true digital natives. And it's a privilege to be their parents, really. You know, we have access to a lot more than our parents had. So what are we to do about it? Embrace digital literacy. Number one, embrace it. Embrace it. It's not rocket science. Nobody is telling you should be tech savvy. But come on, you need to stay informed and updated of digital trends and digital apps and platforms that these children are interacting with. You're their parents. They need you to guide them. It looks like they are more knowledgeable, but trust me, they're still children needing your supervision. So you cannot be not aware of what's going on there. Simple things, very simple things, and we're going to be dropping a lot more content that will help parents come up to speed to at least know what's going on in the digital space. You need that knowledge, and trust me, it's not rocket science. We will do our best to relate this knowledge and teach them in very simple and clear terms so that even if you're not tech savvy, whatever it is, you'll be able to pick up these simple skills because you need them to raise these children. Number two, you need to teach your children safe online behaviors. Now, there are things that you should not share online. Don't share your personal information online. It's sad that even adults do that. But really, for children, they need to be more cautious. Teach them not to share their personal information online. Their house location, location of their school, even their true names. They should use nicknames or something on their profiles. Now, this is because there is something called cyberbullying. There's something called online predators. There are people that are there that could even be posing as children, but they are not children really. They are just people who want to take advantage of the innocence of children. They might start showing you content that are so inappropriate and they can mess up with your mind and your emotions. They can get you to do really crazy things. So you want to teach them not to share personal information online. And for no reason should they turn on their video in communication with anybody without letting you know. You want to let them know that as well. They should not do any video chat, any video conferencing without your consent. That means you need to be there to openly communicate these things with them. Another safe online behavior is to ensure that as much as possible, as much as needed, that your child's device location is always turned off, except it is needed to be on, so that they are not easily tracked. Because remember, these children are exposed to so much knowledge that they are not mature enough to handle. So as much as possible, you want to put certain things in check. Always have their locations turned off, except it's relevant. Then, You also want to teach them to avoid clicking on unknown links. Now, there's something called phishing. People could just send some links, make it enticing so that you get to click on it. And when you click on it, it gives them access to every information on that device. Now, if you have your financial information there, they can easily access it. Personal information, they can hack your emails and all. So you want to teach them not to click on any link that they do not know. These things, they would need to confirm them from you. So you see why you also need to be digitally literate. There are links that just merely looking at it, you will know that this link is suspicious and you shouldn't click on it. If you're not sure, there are AI tools. You could copy the link, take it there and ask, what do you think about this link? Is this a true link or a suspicious link? And it will be able to tell you that. So I cannot overstress this. You need to be digitally literate in this time. I've said two things. Let me say the third one. Teach them the responsible use of the digital space. They need to be responsible online. It's not a place where you just go open your mouth and speak rudely. No. You still want to be kind to people. You still want to treat people well online. And then another thing they must know is that there is something called digital footprints. What are digital footprints? Whatever you put online, no matter how many times you've tried to delete it, it really doesn't get deleted. It's always there and it can always be traced to you. So whatever you do online actually leaves your footprint online. So you want to think before you say anything. You want to think before you share any information. You want to think before you share any image or share any photo or share any video. There are people who have shared themselves nudely online, and today they are in a position where they are ashamed of what they've done. So you want to paint a great picture of your child to your child and let your child know that for the sake of this picture, for the sake of this tomorrow, this great tomorrow that you have, you want to be careful the steps you make today in the digital space. That also brings me to another point. You need to model safe and responsible digital behaviors as well. Don't be the one dragging people down online, and then you're expecting that your child would not do the same. Remember, we are their role models. So down to number 3, teach your children the productive use of the digital space. Now, like I said, we are privileged to be born at a time like this. We are privileged to be born at a time where there are so much tools and so much information to use. So let them know that these things are supposed to help them get more productive. It's a platform to learn. It's a platform to connect. It's a platform to share information. It's a platform to evangelize. There are people who you might never get to meet face to face, but because of access to the internet, you can impact them in so many ways, like I'm even doing right now. So I really love my children to see me doing this so that they would know that these devices are not just there for the fun of having them. They are there to be used to serve. They are there to be used to learn. It can be used for research. So let them know the productive use of the digital space. There are things that your teachers might never mention in class, but coming online, using these tools, you get to learn them. So you become more knowledgeable than your teachers, really. The Bible said that. Another thing you will need to do is to set parental controls on your children's devices. With these parental controls, you can monitor their screen time. You can monitor the sites they visit. You can even restrict them from accessing certain content online.